it is craziness. Okay, something else that happened this week. Well, this is just an observation I had. So then also while I was sick, I just got to, I'm just sitting there, just laying in bed all week. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of taking in things that I normally wouldn't take in a day because I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And, but I was, this is my girlfriend sitting over here, so she's probably going to get mad at this whole bit, but fuck it. uh, so I'm listening to her. She's on. She's working online. You know what I mean. So they're all like doing Zoom meetings and shit like that.
Okay.
And and there's obviously like a bunch of girls in this Zoom meeting. You know what I mean? Like it's just all
Uh-huh.
women. I'm just listening to a bunch of women talk, but I'm really only getting my girlfriend's side of it. And I'm laying in bed listening to it, and I'm like, this is gonna go down a real sexist path here, but women's small talk is the weirdest fucking thing to listen to ever. Like it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And
What
then
is it
and then
like?
it's
You should have
just
recorded it.
I should have. But it's just not they're not real. Like they're not being real. And then I'm at work, and when I went back to work, I'm sitting in the lunch our little lunchroom, and I'm like listening to all these guys talk, and I have like that conversation they had like
Yeah.
pops in my head, and then I'm listening to a bunch of guys talk. And I'm like, guys are the complete fucking I don't it's just so much like like it's just whenever you listen to if you just get a bunch of women together and then just listen to them. It's like, unless they're like best friends, then it's different. But if they're just acquaintances, like it's just always like that fucking hint of like being a bitch. You know what I mean? Like there's always just that hint of like, oh my god, you look so cute. You know what I mean? And it's like, what? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like when you get guys together, it's zero ever. That never happens. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's always just like, everything's just like talking shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, fatty. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, fuck you, bitch. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's real back and forth. You know what I mean? It's either comedy or it's pretty much always comedy. You know what I mean? It's all comedy, usually.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so irritating to me to listen
Yeah,
to women talk.
but the guys talk is stupid too.
Yeah,
Because
but
I can I
it's
could
it's
talk.
real. It's real. It's like there's no like hidden agenda behind the conversation. And when women talk, there
No.
always is hidden agendas behind it. You can hear it in their voice. It's like I'm sitting there listening to it like they all sound like bitches. You know what I mean? Like it's always, oh my god, like that's so cute. Like or like that's such a good idea. You know what I mean? It's like what is happening right now? Like this isn't
Yeah,
real
but see, see,
conversation.
see. You can have you can talk to a guy, and the whole conversation can just be like a 10-minute discussion about the fence he's building. And be
Yeah,
like,
but it's a
really?
real conversation. It's like
But it's
it's
still stupid.
the person, even if it's a stupid conversation, the person telling the story is 100% into what he's saying. There's
Oh
no
yeah,
hidden. He's like, dude, no, no, no. I went and we got cedar, but then I got a brown stain. And
yeah.
fucking, you should have seen the color that it turned the wood. Like, dude, I'll bring pictures. Oh, hold on, let me show you these pictures real quick. And it's like
I
he's
know.
invested. It's not like you know what I mean. And then the other guy is either like just taking it in or being like,
Yeah,
oh no no no, you should try this stain. You know what I mean? Like, oh no no no, or like, or he's talking shit. He's like, that fence looks stupid. You know what I mean? Or,
yeah.
but he's not like, oh my god, that is such a good idea. Like, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna call my girl and we're gonna do a fence. Like, will you give me the
Right,
plans for that fence? You know what I mean? Like, but
right,
with zero intention of ever building the fence. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's still, yeah. It's just two different kinds of crazy to me. But you're right. One is might be more genuine than the other. It's not
I
like, oh
I'm
my god.
I'm
It's not like, dude, what are you doing for your skin? Like, what are you doing for your face? You look amazing today. It's not like that. It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
how
and
much
they
does that
ask that
lumber
question.
cost?
You hear so much of like women ask questions that they do not give a fuck about what they just asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They do it as like this, like they were taught to do that. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, you just
that's
got to
weird.
ask them, oh, what product are you using, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and it's like a guy would never do that. You know what I mean, if he doesn't care about the stain that you put on your fence, he's not going to ask you what brand of stain you just put on your fence. You know what I mean? He's going
yeah.
to be like, okay, okay, oh, that's cool, man. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. How
I
much
don't know.
did that cost? Like, oh, it cost this much. I think you could get more. You can get a better deal over there. Yeah, I would try to go over there. It's like it's 10-minute conversation about like a fucking fence.
Okay,
Oh
but
my
it's a
god.
genuine conversation, and
Yes, it
you
is. Yeah.
and men have the absolute right to just be like, to just check out. You know what I mean? Just check out. Just stop. Just uh huh, uh huh, and then fucking, and then it's just everyone gets the hint. Like, let's stop talking about the fence now. You know what I mean? And if you
Ugh.
don't, you get weeded out. You know what I mean? And the men have a weeding pecking order. If like you know, if the guy keeps talking about the fucking fence and everyone keeps going, uh huh, the second he walks away, they're like, dude, fuck that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all the guys
Yeah.
get together and like, yep, fuck him. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, if you get a few dudes together and one of them has purchased a new vehicle, you just bought yourself an hour of conversation. Because it'll be like the whole, yeah, I test drove that, I didn't like it, we blue booked it, we drove over there, I had my eye on that one. The
the
Jeff
one I
did
the one
this, I
the
talked him
one
down.
the one I can't get into, and it's